What's good, my people? Welcome back to the channel. Hope everyone's doing well and everyone's good. And today I'm going to talk to you about having the same momentum, yeah? Not falling off the bandwagon and having consistency. And I'm going to give you some advice and strategies to counter that, yeah? Because we're going into the new year. It's just New Year's around the corner, 2026 around the corner. And there's a lot of people come up with a new year, new me. I've never been that type of particular person to do that new year, new me shit, but a lot of people do. And a lot of people tend to get like a massive dopamine rush, yeah? Like a massive, like almost like a sugar rush, you know? They're overwhelmed with the dopamine and they're excited and ambitious. And you get 2 or 3 months down the line and they sort of fall off the bandwagon, they lose the momentum or they just flop in general. And it's usually because they just get too overwhelmed and excited at first and try to do too much at the beginning. So it doesn't matter if you're trying to learn a language or martial art or gym or start a new business, whatever it may be that your new goals are, you're trying to achieve with your new goals. You got to take baby steps, yeah? Like Rome wasn't built in a day, you know? You got to take baby steps and write down a list, a checklist of all of the different things that you need to do to reach that goal and that target. And once you completed that task on that list, you then tick off what you completed, you know, and then move on to next. Like you say, it's baby steps. You're better off learning the fundamentals or just staying calm with the fundamentals instead of overwhelming yourself. It's almost like when you're doing like a martial arts or like let's say you're learning boxing and you try and shadow box too fast, but you're actually missing the point of actually just having the correct technique with the punches. And just think of it like that analogy into whatever you're trying to achieve with your next goal, you know. Taking the baby steps, you know. It's okay to not like rush into things, you know. And sometimes people rush into stuff because of the pressure, you know. I'll tell you from my own experience, like I used to be like that a lot. I would get too overwhelmed and too excited about something and then I'll dive headfirst into the fire and then before you know it, I flop and I fall off. And that's just because of that like pressure of people around me that maybe you're trying to impress or maybe that are motivating you, but then you got that expectation and that weight on your shoulder. Many different factors, yeah. So it's all about, you know, being able to like find content and normality, but at the same time, you know, push yourself, but don't push yourself too much where you burn yourself out. It's like being in the gym, you don't want to work out for 4 hours, you just burn yourself out and you don't have efficiency for training every day or most days, right? It's all about being smart and longevity. I remember Ronaldo was saying this in one of his interviews about, they were asking him why is he so good at having longevity. And he's saying that the amount of hours he trains is the amount of hours he'll rest. And then obviously on top of that, the amount of hours he rests, he'll sleep on top of that too. So that's like how you keep that efficiency. And that's why you see Ronaldo still in his 40s playing football, you know. And he lasts longer in his career than majority of footballers, specifically because of his longevity and his mindset of, you know, the balance, you know, the yin yang, everything in moderation. And, you know, Rome wasn't built in a day. It's okay to take small steps and, you know, build upon them small steps, right? It's so easy when you have a new goal or a new business idea or just anything you want to achieve that's you're trying something new to come out of your comfort zone and attack in life, to be so overwhelmed and excited and you try and do too much all at once. You're trying to control too many computers all at once. And you don't have 8 arms, you only got 2 arms, yeah? So you just build one block at a time and just keep focusing on one thing at a time, yeah? That's how you keep that efficiency, you know? It's like a long distance run, a marathon. You run at a steady pace, you don't go too fast, but obviously you don't go too slow either. You've got a steady and controlled pace that can keep you with that momentum from start to finish, you know? And that's the same analogy when it comes to whatever goals you're trying to achieve, you know? If you want to start a business, you do your step-by-step protocol to that business, focus one thing at a time. Don't try and do marketing, but then also try and do branding, but then try all of it, you know what I mean? Just don't try doing it all at once. Just focus on marketing first, then focus on the branding, then focus on sourcing the product, and then getting employees, whatever goal you want to do. I'm just using that as an example, like a business, right? But same thing if you want to learn like something, anything, like a language, for example. Just learn, like, for example, how to say that, like, different animals in that particular language, and then learn how to say specific kind of foods in that language. Well, I hope this video found use to you wherever you are around the world. We only are just getting started. This channel is only growing. So you want to join me on this journey? Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.